Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and today I'm talking about and have been waiting for one of the best devices of 2024. This is the Honor Magic V3 and it is just brilliant. I'm so excited to share this with you. I've been waiting for about 6 months and this is a retail version, so I haven't had it from Honor. They haven't supported me in any way. I ordered this, waited patiently, and now I want to share my first impressions with you. Let's get into it. Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about the unboxing experience, because when you actually order from the Honor website, which is exactly what I did, I went into the pre-order list, I had to wait a week for it to be processed, and then I had to wait about 3 days for it to be delivered. But here's why it's worth it. If you order from Honor themselves, you first of all get a coupon, which is a discount for a €2,000 device, which this is, so there's no beating around the bush, this is expensive. You'll get €300 off the device if you use their website. Now that's not affiliate, I'm not giving you any special codes, that's just available to everybody. So I would highly recommend that you do that. In addition then, with that discount in cash, they also give you gifts. Now the gifts are seriously worth it. What do they include? They include a stylus. Now this is probably the best looking stylus that I've used on any phone or any tablet since I've been testing them, and I've tested out the new Apple Pro pen, which I just don't like. It looks like a toy. It's too thick, it's too fat, and it's too large. This is a pen. This is just a regular pen size. You charge it up through the top. It's very cleverly designed. You switch it on. You charge it up through USB-C up there. Snaps back on, really clever. It's got a clip, so you can clip it on. And it just looks and feels like a regular pen. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about usability because it is a whole nother video, but it works perfectly, absolutely perfectly. And it's already detected the pen and I can swipe through and use the full functionality. So it is brilliant. So you get that included. You don't pay anything extra for that. What are we not getting in boxes anymore when we order our devices? We're not getting chargers. And we get a 66-watt charger in the box, outside of the box as a gift when you order from Honor, and this will charge up your device in about 45 minutes. So it's super quick, super fast. Charging is very, very easy. And of course, it also has wireless charging as well. So 66-watt charging wired and 50-watt charging wireless, which is just ridiculous when you look at this device. And let me get into the design in a second. In addition to that, inside the box, you will get a very useful back cover and a front one, but that's super duper slim, not necessarily terribly useful. But the back cover, color matched, really nice vegan leather, which is brilliant because the back of the actual phone is a little bit slippery. This makes it much more grippy, and it even comes with a practical kickstand. I mean, they've just thought of everything and they're really, really pushing into the market in exactly the right way. I love this feature. It even comes with a hinge protector as well. So it looks really good and it actually is functional as well. Now, of course, if you drop this device, you might have problems, but you're just not going to want to do that. You're going to want to drop any modern devices, to be honest. They're not made like bricks anymore. But the unboxing experience really is exciting and I loved it. It was very, very cool. And I even got another gift, which I'd completely forgotten about, which is the watch. I actually got the Honor Band Watch 3, which is a budget device. It's a fitness tracker, but it comes with a very nice AMOLED screen that's perfectly functional. And it has the health trackers that I've reviewed before in the past. It will fit your basic needs, and it could be a gift for one of your kids or somebody else. It actually works really, really well. You can choose between a white and a gold version or the black like mine, and you will not be disappointed because it's very, very functional. And of course, those are just gifts. So you're getting those in addition to this amazing device that is cheaper than the Galaxy's latest Fold from Samsung. So you cannot argue with what you're getting. Now, let's get into the device itself. When you first open the box, you're going to see the device opened out like that in its covering, and it is ridiculous how lightweight and how slim this beautiful device is. The engineering behind this thing is absolutely unbelievable, and I love it. I have been waiting for this phone because I knew that they had made a real milestone, and I think this is one of those phones that's quite revolutionary, and it is one of the phones that I'm genuinely considering keeping because I'm still waiting for the game-changing device that I believe the Samsung Note 10 Plus that I'm still using was 4 years ago. As a folding device, they have really turned a corner here. And to hold in your hand, first of all, you've got the fantastic features of dual speakers at the top there. You even have an infrared blaster, which is just nuts. To give you perspective on the size of each side of this phone, the USB-C port is literally edge to edge. So that is the width of each side of this device. So when you put it side by side closed with an iPhone Pro Max or the Pixel 9 Pro, which I've just tested, it's the same width of those, not including the camera bump, but they have their own camera bumps. It's the same width. So in your hand, it feels exactly the same. But here's the kicker, it's lighter. It's actually lighter than those two devices. So it really is absolutely unreal, and you can probably pick up how excited I am about it. I love the in your hand feel. It's 6.4 inches across in terms of screen, so the front screen is completely usable and absolutely brilliant. So for all day use, you're going to be mostly using the front screen because you can do everything that you would do with a candy bar phone, with a regular phone. But then when you want to or you need to, you open it out and you have double the real estate screen, and it is crispy screen. I don't have to go into the specs. The specs have been covered. It is very crisp, 120 Hertz. That means super smooth, very clear, and super responsive as well. So you just can't go wrong with the interior screen or the exterior. They've just filled in all the boxes for this device. Now, software. This device is running its own Honor software, which is of course Android. It will be supported for security for the next 5 years, and it will get updates for Android for the next 4 years. So you are time tested as well. It's called Magic OS, and it's running Magic OS 8.0.1, and I don't have a problem with it. I think it's not as refined, should we say, as One UI on Samsung. That's a very well designed system, but this has some features that are so useful. For example, I love screenshots. You can take it with an open palm, you pull your fist, and I've just taken a screenshot. Absolutely brilliant. Very simple, works really well, and it's just that good. Obviously, there are loads of other ways to take screenshots, but there are features on here that are just brilliant. Like, for example, sharing as well, sharing information or content. They have a drop and drag system that works really nicely, that you can just drop an image, for example, from a website, pull it across to either side, left or right side of the screen, and you can share that in any platform, social media, Gmail, whatever it is you want to do. It works absolutely brilliantly. In addition to that, I couldn't help but get the latest budget tablet device from Honor, which is the Honor Pad X8A. This is a budget device that works incredibly well with the phone. So for example, you can share the screen of the phone, which is a feature that the new iPhones are coming out with, finally. This has existed with Honor for at least 2 years, where you can functionally use the phone, but from the tablet. So you're linking. Now that's a whole separate video. If you want more info on that, please put a comment below and let me know. But that has worked really nicely with the Honor Pad as well. Multitasking. What is the point in having a screen this size if you can't multitask? This device smashes it. You can have 3 open tabs if you want to, because you can split screen, of course, through the middle, and then you can have a floating window as well. We all know that the Samsung does that really well, but so does the Honor. There are no slowdowns, no glitches, and it has worked perfectly for me. Now in finale, the last 2 things that are very worth mentioning are the battery life. This device is 5,000 or has a 5,000 milliamp battery inside of it, which is unbelievable, and it's bigger than the Galaxy Fold. And it'll last you all day because you're fundamentally using the cover screen most of the day. Of course, it's using slightly less battery when you do that. I can charge this up very quickly, and I've still got 30 or 40% at the end of the day, despite me using cameras, watching YouTube, being on social media. It is absolutely brilliant. So the battery life so far has been good, and I've only just started using the device. The device will continue to get better as it learns my usage and it becomes more efficient over time, which all Androids do. And then cameras. The cameras that they managed to squeeze into this is just unreal. You've got a periscope lens, that means really good zooming. You've got 50 megapixel lenses, which means you're going to be able to shoot very high resolution. You've got a 4K video, and it just works. You've even got macro mode, which means that you can zoom in really close onto something and get a really crispy, clear photo. So this has everything covered without having an extremely aggressive camera bump that just sits really, really nicely. With the case on, it's covered very, very well. Of course, it's protected. Even the front screen has got some of the best screen protection it comes with in terms of its glass, and it comes with a screen protector built in. It is a little bit fingerprinty. I find that it's a bit of a magnet. It's easy to clean, but at least it's there. When you buy a Samsung or a Pixel or an iPhone, you're not getting any screen protectors. On this device, you are. It comes built in. If you want to change it, you can, but at least it's there. So that also is included, and it's not even considered a feature. Then, of course, with regard to the photos, the photo quality, I've been very, very pleased with. I really, really like, you can dial up some of the beauty features or dial them down. The Chinese phones are famous for that. Cameras, again, if you want a full video comparison for the cameras, just let me know, put a comment below. But this also has AI smarts built in with, of course, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. So it has all the features that any of the other Android devices have, including AI eraser, which I've been very impressed with, actually, in terms of being able to eliminate items from your images if you want to improve them or there's something in the way. So absolute game changer. This device, I think, might be the revolutionary one that I've been waiting for. But if you agree, please do let me know. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this device and whether you will plan to get one or if you'd like to get one. And if you'd like me to create any content on this device, make sure you put a comment below, as I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed that first impressions video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon at my next one. Bye-bye for now.